If you look at this calendar that is attached to the first video, Lent calendar for teens, you'll notice in the section there is A for alms, B for Bible reading. But the Bible readings that I put in here are all parables in the Gospels, right up until Holy Week. And then Holy Week is the story of Jesus entering into Jerusalem and then towards the end to his death. But the parables are something that I'd like you to spend some time working on. If you'll notice beside this video, there are downloads for a journal page and a download for questions to ask about the parables. You don't have to do every question, this is not school. But have the questions make you think about things. You might think about something else that I didn't think of, and that's perfectly fine too. But take the time to read the Bible passages and just reflect on them a little bit, read them a little bit. Some of them are going to seem really, really confusing because they were written for a people that 2,000 years ago who lived in a very different culture than you live in today. So you're going to come up with questions. Some of the parables are going to sound incredibly unfair, and that's okay because some of these parables need to be unpacked by someone who has studied this stuff for a long time, and you haven't. Some of them are going to seem really out of this world. I've included in the questions a money comparison between what money was worth back in the day and what it's worth today in Canadian dollars. If you live in another country, you can make that adjustment yourself in a conversion chart. But exaggeration was definitely something that Jesus used to get the attention of folks. So some of these things are going to seem really, really over the top, like the person who had billions of dollars to save and spend, and the person who had tons of flour when they were making bread. Obviously, these are not real life experiences, but they tell a story of what Jesus is trying to teach folks about generosity and about responsibility. So take the time just to spend time quietly reflecting. Doesn't have to be a lot, and you can either draw or you can write something, but spend some time working with it, because one of the things as you grow in life, in your journey of faith, is really struggling with the Bible, trying to figure out what it meant back then so that we can figure out what it could mean to us today. And the beginning part of that is looking at a parable and saying, what's going on here? What's the point that I'm missing? And then you can go and look for it somewhere else.